Hi, I'm Blisy. Hey guys, if you enjoy this video, I appreciate a like, comment, sub, and little bell notification. Thanks so much, enjoy. This video is made possible thanks to sponsors like you. Thanks so much. Hey everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to get a perfect Magearna fairly easily. So this is going to be an RNG abuse video, and it's going to be a little on the difficult side compared to some other RNG abuse you can do in Sun and Moon, so I recommend personally checking out some of my other videos. Links will be at the end of the video or in the description or that little info tab on some easier legendaries to RNG like the Tapus first. But with that out of the way, you're going to need your usual 7th gen RNG tools, Eon Timer, the lower right hand corner, and you're also going to need a 3DS RNG tool. Download links to both are in the description. Other than that, you're going to need a synchronizer of your choice. I'm going with Quiet. I want a 0-speed Magearna, and you're going to need to be saved in front of the delivery man. Now this method works for both Ultra Sun and regular Sun and regular Moon and Ultra Moon. So once you're saved in front of the delivery man, soft reset your game. And we're going to first be trying to find the initial seed. So we're going to open up 3DS RNG tool. Oops, wrong one. Boom, right here. And you're going to click Tools, and then there's an option that says Gen 7 Main RNG Tool. And then this window will pop up. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be lining up the clocks along here with the clocks that appear in the game. Make sure you click End Position, and the number 4 is good. I've heard recently that if you are in PAL territories, so any European game basically, or Australia, this should be 3. Not positive, but if you are in one of those territories, give that a try. Okay, so you're going to see the save spinner load, and so that ended here. And you just have to match them up 7 times. And what this is going to do is it's going to find our initial seed. The initial seed is sort of like, it's basically the number the DS picks to start all of its random numbers. And we can't really control it accurately, but we can pick this, we can use these to figure out what it was, and then basically 3DS RNG tool is a big old calculator that will tell us at what time we should receive Magearna after the game has loaded to get the one with the stats that we would like. So you just have to do this 8 times. If you're finding this difficult, because the clocks can go fairly quickly, or the needles, I have a whole video on just how to do that, so you should check that out. So I got this result. If you got more than one, just keep doing the clocks until you're at one result. So I got my result, so I'm going to switch back over to the other tool right here. So you're going to click Alola Legendary, you're going to click Magearna, and then you're also going to click Quiet. Or not Quiet. Click, if you have a synchronizer, put the synchronizer's nature there. If you don't, put none. I have Quiet, because yes. So I'm also going to go for nature. You can pick if you want a specific nature. I also pretty much would only like a quiet one, although I'm actually going to leave that blank because there are other natures that I'm fine with. You're also going to click Safe F only, and if you want any specific stats, you type them here. I actually want 0 speed, and then you can hit the calculate button, and you also should hit increase this to 50,000. Sorry, so the calculate button. And you're going to get a bunch of different spreads coming in here. Now, what you want to look for is, so to break this down, what you're seeing here is the game runs at 60 frames per second, right? And that's how it advances the random number generator frames. So, for example, this here happens at 0.9 seconds in the game, real time, it says, which is frame 676, and this spread occurs for 2 frames because the next frame is 677. If you hit and receive Magearna at exactly this second, then you will get this exact spread. Now, the interesting thing about this is that NPCs can sort of advance this erratically, so it's going to be harder for Magearna because there's 6 NPCs nearby, so that's pretty tough. However, what we want to give us the best shot of getting the Magearna we want is not just 2 in a row like this. We want something like, you know, it's 3 in a row. That's pretty good. Ooh, we got 4 in a row. That's also pretty good. So we want something that's a lot in a row. And you just keep searching for the one where there's multiple in a row. I'm already at 8 minutes. Like this one, this is like 5 in a row or something, it looks like. And you also want to, you know, look for the stats you would prefer the most. So I'm not getting anything more than like 5 in a row. So I'm willing to go all the way back down to here, back down to like This one is 16 seconds. It's pretty good. I want the least hyper training possible. The 17 seconds is 2 in a row. That's also actually pretty good. This 2 seconds is also pretty good. I only have to hyper train 1 stat. The downside is being 2 seconds in is pretty slow or low, but because that's very quick. That's a very quick amount of time. You can't receive Magearna that quickly. You have to go through his dialog box. So you need a little bit of a leeway time. I'd still have to hyper train 1 stat here. I'm looking at, I think the 16-second one is pretty good. I'd have to hyper train 2 stats. It's not that great actually. 17, it's only 2 in a row. I'd have to hyper train 1 stat. I don't want to waste too much time picking this thing out for you guys, so I will go with 277, 278. All right, there's 3 in a row here that I'll go with. So I'm going to right click this, hit set as target frame, and then I'm going to go back to this tool, and then on here you're going to hit the calculate button, and it'll tell you what to type in the bottom part of EonTimer. So it says you're not seeing it on my screen, but it'll pop up on yours. It says 3470. So that's popped up for me. Now the upper part of EonTimer, let me get rid of this really quick, is the pre-timer. So the pre-timer actually should finish counting. So when you hit start on EonTimer, don't do it yet, but when you do, the pre-timer will start counting down. And when the pre-timer counts down is basically when you want the game world to load. So you're going to hit start on EonTimer and A to load your DS at the same time, but you want this pre-timer to last exactly as long as the game takes to load. So there's gonna be some calibration in this. You're probably not gonna get first Magearna on your first try, but it shouldn't take more than 3 or 4 tries, I don't think. So I'm gonna load the game up and start the pre-timer at the same time. So then what you're gonna want to do is talk to this dude until it says this, and then you just wait 50 seconds. Okay, so there's only 10 seconds left. What you're going to want to do is hit A at the exact time the timer hits 0. So it'll be... So you hit A there. Oh. This might have messed something up. We'll see, though. I'm not sure if it does. So you're going to... check its stats now. That guy leaves, whatever. So you're gonna check. Okay, so you're gonna check Magearna's stats. Just go into the party and see what's up. And open up this tool again. And you're actually going to switch over to the using stats, right? And you're gonna type uncheck safe F only and just type in all of Magearna's stats here. All right, so I've typed in all my stats, and you can calculate, see what you got. So it's minus 50. I was 50 frames early. And we're just gonna have to do some calibration for that. So in order to calibrate, and that's probably because the pre-timer was not exactly synced with the world loading. So what we're gonna do here is you're gonna open up a calculator just on your computer or whatever. All right, boom, there's my calculator. Hello. So you're going to do 50 divided by 60, right? Now, 60 is for 60 frames per second. The 50 is how many frames you were late or early. Now, I was early. If you were late, you do the same exact process. It would say plus 50 instead of minus. So it says 0.83, right? So we're going to add this to our pre-timer, which is currently 3,500. But 3,500 is actually just 3.5. So we're going to do 3.5 plus 0.833. So 3.5 plus 0.833 equals 4.33. Yeah, 4333. That's our new pre-timer. Now, if you were late, it said plus 50. You would actually subtract that number, okay? So we're just going to give this another go. So you're going to open back up this section of the tool. And give it another go. Now, I was worried that that might have something to do with... I remember a while ago, there was a problem in which if you did not own the Pokemon, RNGing it, the Pokedex screen would actually cause some problems with it being generated, but I believe 3DS RNG Tool accounts for that now. But the large amount of being early frames is what was making me worry. So we'll see how it goes this try. Now, luckily, since Magearna can't be shiny, you're going to always have a large amount of options for what stat spreads you want. If you were aiming for a shiny spread on a different type of Pokemon, it would be much more difficult. Because shiny spreads are much rarer. So see, I have 3 results for my hexadecimal seed. So I go again, and now I have 1. We're going to switch back to the main window of the tool. Boop. Switch back to using IVs, safe if only, and let's go. Oop. What just happened? Hold on, I messed something up, I think. Oh, okay. I don't worry about that. Don't worry. I clicked something weird. Don't worry about it. That should not happen to you. Okay, so let's see if I can find frames in a row of what I want. So 3 minutes, we have 5 for... So the thing is, I'm not sure how well my calibration went, so I don't want to delve too deep into these. When you start getting to closer frame ranges, like +4 or lower, then you will, then it's better to go for like smaller or longer frame ranges. So 43 seconds, I have this one, which would only be is actually a pretty good, or it's actually 4 in a row, but it's still pretty good. So I'm going to try it. So I'm going to right click, set as target frame. Going to go into the main RNG tool and hit calculate, and it'll tell me 2580 is what I'm typing. Alright, and the thing I also forgot to mention is you should bring up the start menu when you first load up the game world. This is because your character, it prevents them from fidgeting. That's it. The fidgeting could mess with the RNG. So do that. I did not do that last time. Now I'm actually worried that it could be the cause of my missing the frame by such a large amount. Although my pre-timer did seem to be fairly synced with it. So what I like to do when I have this loaded here is unpause when I get pretty close. Alright, so now I just talk to this guy. And here we go. There you go. And we're going to just see how close we got to the Magearna that we wanted. Now you have to always make sure you leave enough room to talk to that dude. Because if you don't have enough time, obviously you'll be late to your frame. So my HP is not as high this time, actually. So let's see. So we're going to go open into the 7th Gen RNG tool again, the 3DS RNG tool, using stats. 153, 112, 135 still, 165, ooh, 122. So this is not the one that I got, that I wanted. Uncheck Safe F and hit the calculate button. Oh, it's 154, not 153. Excuse me. 112, 135, 165. Oh, it is. Whoa, hello? I'm sorry. I messed up my... I don't know why I thought my... Anyway. So it looks like we got the exact spread that I wanted. I don't know what I thought. I just typed my special defense wrong. As you can see, it is 135. I don't know why I thought it was 122. This is the Magearna I wanted. It's only got one stat that's not perfect. And I only had to wait 43 seconds and take 2 tries to get it. So there you go. And that's how to RNG perfect Magearna pretty easily. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all next tutorial.